Hey YouTube, happy Friday. Trying to get Facebook on board. You know how fun that has been lately. Is everybody ready for the weekend? I sure am. Violet? I don't know what Facebook's problem is today, you guys. I feel like it's a new problem every day with them. Oh. There you go. I see you guys on YouTube. All right, good. Hey, Jan. Hi, Melanie. Hey, Mimi. Okay, Linda says, good afternoon from Manitoba, Canada. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Hey, Melanie. Let's see here. Melanie says, caught you 2 days in a row. Yep, Thursday, Friday this week. 2 really, really cute projects, I think. I hope you do too. All right, you guys, I've got YouTube running strong. Facebook, you know, kind of the bane of my existence. Yeah. I'm going to see if I can find YouTube comments on another device. I'll click around Facebook one more minute, but this is what we're making today. It's a treat box for one of these little mini pies. I got my mini pies at the Dollar Tree. They were props. I think my mini pies might be 2 years old, but you can find them. Entenmann's makes them, Hostess makes them, mine are Dollar Tree. That's what our box makes today.
Are you dying?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I'm calling you. All right, I'm gonna click around one more time on Facebook, just so that you guys know you're only hearing this on YouTube, but we're probably going to end up moving just to YouTube. Facebook's getting harder and harder to connect to. Every day it's a new problem. Once in a while it goes, and most of the time it doesn't. So if you're here on YouTube, you can expect kind of the regular schedule. If you're watching on Facebook regularly, not today because Facebook won't connect, but if you're watching on Facebook regularly, kind of start moving over to YouTube. Get used to that for the lives, okay? Today I've got a really cute pie box for you. We're gonna make a treat box and look at the online exclusive products that I chose. So kind of a little haul and crafting at the same time. Like I was saying, my mini apple pie came from the Dollar Tree. I've got apple and cherry. Entenmann's makes one and Hostess makes one too. So lots of choices for these little guys. Give Violet another minute here to click around on Facebook. I'm going to get some comments on another device. Anybody got fun crafty plans for the weekend? I've got all the catch-up stuff for the weekend. I got a doctor's appointment and a hair appointment and shopping to do and a gift to pack and all kinds of catch-up stuff to do this weekend. What's your weekend's plans? Anybody got some crafty in store? If you do, you've got some crafty time today, I would love to encourage you to try yesterday's project. We went live yesterday and made this I'm going to squeeze in there with Violet for a second. This fun little treat box is kind of a flippity flappity thing. So check out yesterday's live. This is our challenge in the craft social. So if you've got some time to craft and you make one of these using your Stampin' Up! Supplies, this box, any Stampin' Up! Supplies, current, retired, we want you to share in the craft social. The link's in the description below. Okay. You think we're... Oh, are we on the Facebook too? Holy cow, I think we got there, Facebook. Hello, Facebook. If you're here, give me some thumbs up. If you hear me, give me some heart reactions. Make some comments. Make some noise. What was wrong?
I don't know. It just didn't like the way I entered in the stream key.
That's what I thought it was, and I don't know where to put it now that you switched them around.
You see where I put the YouTube? I put Facebook right underneath it.
Okay, you're going to have to show me after, because I didn't know where to try to update that now that it was on the right. Yeah, don't touch anything now. We'll figure it out later. It's the YouTube or the Facebook stream key is the thing that's still kind of catching us up. At least it's a consistent problem. All right, there we go. I got you both now, YouTube and Facebook. All right, Facebook. I was just explaining that it's getting harder and harder to get connected to Facebook. And Facebook isn't going to keep my content, my live content, for more than 30 days now. So we will be moving toward a YouTube only for our live streams. So if you are watching on Facebook and you're in the habit of watching on the Facebook, try YouTube. Try moving over there. We're live there every Friday, except for next Friday. I'll be at Onstage every Friday, noon Central. Every other Thursday, usually we give you a notice when we're off schedule, but usually every other Thursday, 2 p.m. Central. Every Friday, noon Central is our usual schedule. And just kind of get used to the idea that we are moving over there. I'm trying to give you as much notice as I can and keep doing Facebook for a little while. But it's less and less worth my effort than Violet's effort. Thank God for Violet, though. Hey, Beth. Beth says, hello, crafty peeps. Kathy missed yesterday. Kathy, check it out either on the clean YouTube video or on the live from yesterday. Check out the tree box. It's really cute. Let's see here. Tony says, so many fun boxes. I love making boxes. Me too. I do too. I love to stamp. Cards are so much fun too. Don't get me wrong. I love me a card. But I just like to stamp. Give me paper. I love paper. Tony says, workshop tomorrow just did a bunch of goodies. I saw your emotional support donuts, Tony. Adorable. Thank you for sharing. Let's see here. Jan's here. Hey, Jan. Jan's making the boxes from yesterday and today. This weekend, your crafty plans. Those are your crafty plans. Peggy says, I love the last treat box yesterday. So good. Hey, thank you. This one's kind of a basic one. It's 3 by, what is it? I'm going to get a ruler and tell you guys what this one is. It's because it's kind of a simple one. It's, 3 by 3 by 1 1/4. And then it's got a little tuck top. And then the flaps open, perfect size for these little mini, and I got mini apple pies. Look at Rusty, resourceful Rusty. Okay, so this is going to be both a tree box and a little bit of a haul video. Did you guys see that there's brand new online exclusive products? They were released Tuesday for customers. So if you are Demonstrator, you had some pre-order time, but customers, brand new on Tuesday. All right, so let me show you the ones that we're going to be using, maybe a couple other ones that I purchased. It was a really good release. I have to say, I actually liked this online exclusive release overall, and quantity of products that were to my taste and to my style. This online exclusive release was more exciting to me, more to my taste. Had more products that I was excited about than the spring mini catalog. So it was a really good online exclusive release. Today we're going to use Resourceful Rusty. And I love this. I'm going to give big points to Stampin' Up! On this one. And I'm going to start calling this out a little bit as I see it because and don't want to turn it negative or complaining at all, but I'm have enough. Happy birthday. Thanks so much. And hello friend stamps. I have enough. I don't need any stamp sets in my future to have those sentiments in them. I feel like we're getting those sentiments over and over and over again. And of course, there's new people to Stamping every day. And once in a while, we have to put up with hello friend. Thanks so much. And happy birthday in our stamp sets, right? But look at this. Keep going. Don't give up. You've got this. You can do it. I love that we got some greetings that say something different. So that was one of the first things that drew me to this. And then we got the cute little Rusty. I'm going to color him using the, inspiration of the colors in the designer series paper, kind of a rusty color, squirrel, kind of typical. But my goodness, he's not just a squirrel. And put some rings on the tail and you got a raccoon, put white stripe down the tail and back and you got a skunk. Like I really think that this animal is called Resourceful Rusty. And I don't know, Rusty, the color, maybe that's what makes me think squirrel. And that's why I colored him this way. But if you really look at him, I think he could definitely be colored up a couple of different ways and be a little bit even more flexible and versatile than, gray or orange. And they're kind of squirrely looking. But I think you can ring the tail and have a raccoon, little black and white, make a skunk. I don't know. You guys tell me if you think that would work, but I think so. I think it will work. And so that's Resourceful Rusty, brand new cling stamp set that's available today in the online exclusives. And then we're also going to use the Tags to Go dies. We're going to use the Lock and Key. Pull those out of there right now and while I show you this product, the Lock and Key. Look at that little key. And there's two other keys. And then like the motel room key tag. Isn't that cute? This one with the little perforated, you could tear it apart. So almost like a claim check. And we're going to use this one. This one's worth its weight in gold for sentiments. That is Tags to Go. This is brand new and you can bundle this up if you like with the Tags to Go stamp set and save 10%. So that's the Tags to Go stamp set, new online exclusive products. I'm going to try to use this. I thought about not getting bundled. You don't have to get bundled. Stampin' Up! Has a 10% bundle discount when you buy both products. But if you don't see yourself using both products, you don't have to buy both products, okay? This is one where I seriously considered not getting bundles on, but then looked at it and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to challenge myself to use it. I love the little solid pieces that could be little accents on cards. And then congrats, enjoy, you're going places. Those are all really good. You're going places, congrats. Today marks an adventure. Those are really good with graduation season coming up. Welcome home with the Humble Home bundle that I already have. Those are some of the thoughts that went into me choosing to get this bundled up, but you don't have to get bundled. I'm going to try to use my Tags to Go and under a little bit different season, with graduation, babies, dad's grads and babies and brides come in. I thought I would give that one a try. What else are we using brand new today? The mini corrugated embossing folder. I like that it's a little bit smaller. We've had a corrugated one, but this one's got a smaller scale and I love it. 3 new embellishments. I bought the Pack Your Bags 3-pack twine and Starburst sequins. What do you guys think of these online exclusives so far? And this is the ribbon that we will hopefully be using in our April card club for cool people. This is called 1/4 inch white ribbon, and it's got almost like a basket weave. But it's only 1/4 inch wide. So it's a pretty cool ribbon. I'm using that one today, and it should be your product, part of your product in Card Club. And then here's the two different fibers used together. All right, what else is new? And what else did I order? Do you guys like these haul videos? I don't like to make, I don't know if I like to make them. And maybe if I knew that you guys love haul videos, I'd do more of them. But so I thought we'd just do a brief, like this is what's available new this week, and then do some crafting instead of just a all-out haul video. Melanie says, hard to comment and keep the volume on in Facebook. Yeah, I don't know. Facebook is just been trouble. So I'm going to keep doing it for a little bit longer as we transition, but hard to comment and keep the volume on in Facebook. I guess when you go to add your comment, then maybe the video like minimizes and mutes. Is that what happens, Melanie? Says there's so many new cute things. Yeah, I think that this online exclusive release was more interesting to me, more exciting to me than the spring catalog was. Isn't this awesome, you guys? I found Facebook and got Facebook to the party, and now I can't get the comments back on YouTube. It's just always something. I'm going to try. I'm going to show you new products. I'm going to craft, and I'll keep trying to interact with the comments. Melanie's on YouTube says much easier on YouTube. Good. See? Melanie says, was the tag die set retired? Which one? Because the Greetings of the Season was retired. It's on Last Chance. Last time I looked at a discount, the tag die set retired. The tags to go, I hope not. It would be way too fast for that to be retired. It just was released Tuesday, so I don't think so. Which one? Melanie says, can't wait for the tease of April Card Club. Oh, you guys, I'm having so much fun. I've already designed April and May. They're both sitting behind me because when I go to onstage, I'll get the catalog, and then I want to be focused on In Color Club and the annual catalog paper sampler. So we're getting ahead of some of the Card Club work so that I can put some focus onto those two things. We are going to do another In Color Club when the catalog is released, and we're going to do 5 months, and you'll collect all the in colors as you go. If you're interested in doing that with us, we'll be doing it. And as you'll soon see, I do believe Strawberry Splash will be one of the new in colors. So let me show you the next product I have to show you, one that we're working with today. This is, let me bring these guys in. I gotta move my apple pie. This is On the Go 12 by 12 designer series paper, and check out the colors: Azure Afternoon, Basic Black, Crushed Curry, Pumpkin Pie, Shy Shamrock, Strawberry Slush. All right, so perfect segue to In Color Club. We will be doing one. It'll be 5 months, collect 5 colors. You'll rotate through the colors like we did last month. We'll make our Color Buddy reference guide. If you're new to In Color Club in the new year, then you'll get the Color Buddies reference guide. If you're a returning In Color Club buddy, then you will continue to build your book. So we built this book last with the new colors. We did color combinations, monochromatic, each color has its own page, and then you'll have enough room in your book to do the 5 new in colors. So you'll get either, if you're returning, you'll get pages for your book. We'll get a new swatch ring for the new In Color Club. We're going to do all of that the same. We're going to have our In Color Zooms. We will probably do different activity. We did a Stampa Stack, a card club, or a card class, where we did a One Sheet Wonder Stampa Stack. We haven't decided what the content will be for our Zooms yet this year, but we are going to continue our In Color Club and continue building our Color Buddies reference guide with the 5 new in colors. All right, so I hope we get a really great in color ribbon so we can finish our tabs like that. But if we don't worry, I've got an idea. We might do cardstock tabs if the ribbon's too narrow or too funky. But anyways, yes, it is coming back. And so we're really ahead of April, May card club so that we can focus on in color club and a new sampler, paper sampler. All right, so on the go, we're gonna use this sheet right here because we're gonna cut out this tag. I wanna just have a simple, easy, turns out great without having to think about it too much. So I'm gonna do this one again. So I'm gonna put this over here so we can cut that out. But here's the, oh, let's look at the other side of the tags is a road map or a map. That was more like buildings, right? Like a city plan. It was almost more like a civic map. All right. Then the on the go designer series paper. Mine's a little bit out of order, so you're gonna look at the motel room keychains and the tassels. I want to get the tassels from the wildflower birthday and use it with this paper. Oh my gosh, so many ideas, not enough time, but okay, that is the new paper and we're using this one today. I've got another new paper pack that I'll show you too. We're kind of doing a haul as well as a project today. With that suite is the school days photopolymer stamp set. I couldn't resist this one. My daughter's a special ed teacher, elementary school, and I thought it was just a nice one to have. I'll probably do some little end of the year school treats with it and share those with you on the blog. I think I have to probably do them sooner than later because online exclusive products don't have a sales period. Like Stampin' doesn't guarantee any sales period for this. So I don't know that it'll be available at the end of the school year or in back to school time. So I'll try and do these a little bit earlier than not. But that's a new stamp set. These are the embellishments that go with that suite. Talk about something different, right? Stampin' Up! Has really brought something different. I think this is probably a little bit more of a scrapbooking kind of embellishment, but I will definitely work them into cards somewhere along the line. I got the puffy stickers. They're really kind of cool. Arrows, stars, little brackets. These little postage stamps. Just a cool new embellishment. This is called On the Go Puffy Stickers. All right, now in the comments, yay or nay? Love it or hate it? How do you feel about the puffy stickers? And let me show you, they're really kind of substantial when it comes to, they're puffy, but you think puffy and like squishy or soft. They're not super squishy or soft. Like they're gonna hold up if you put them through the mail. They're gonna still be puffy on the other end if they don't get caught in the machines, right? So, all right, well, I show you a couple more products before we get started. Yay or nay? Do you love or hate puffy stickers? Or it's okay, I had to order them to decide how I feel about them. I wanted to see them and feel them. Maybe you have to see them and feel them too to be sure if you feel yay or nay. But if you have any positive feeling, or negative feelings or positive or negative impressions, yes or no, yay or nay, love it or hate it. What do you think of the puffy stickers? I am very happy that Stampin' Up! Is kind of diversifying the products that they offer, that we're seeing some new things like that. But yeah, I will see how I can use them. Tony says I got the DSP. Mimi says I'm out on the puffies. And Kathy says not a fan. Tony says not a big fan. They're okay, but not something I'll use much. Melanie's not a fan. Crafts, let's see here. Kathy Marie says love the puffy stickers, but hate the color choices. Really? Wow, interesting. Interesting. I like to hear that. This is a good question. Beth loves them. Does anyone know the weight of our thick white cardstock? I think 120 pound cardstock. I think it's 120, 125, 125, something like that. I think our regular one is, our regular cardstocks are 80 and I think our regular basic is 65, but I could be wrong. If somebody knows for sure, please pipe up. I love the strawberry slush color, but how close to sweet sorbet? That's funny that you asked that because I don't have strawberry slush Stampin' blends yet, and wanted my rusty apples to match my card or to match my designer series paper. So I had Poppy Parade or Real Red. Those are the current ones, and neither of those really work. But the Sweet Sorbet is a little bit closer. It's more orange, and I'll show you something else about that in just a minute. Let me do it right now before we get crafting and everything. I have where's my book? I have both. Okay, this is what I need. You guys, this is what I need. Okay, here. All right, hold on. Okay, that's a really good question. Now, this is going to be based on Sweet Sorbet in its last, or Strawberry Slush in its last, like, color lot, its last release, which, in my experience, when Stampin' Up! Brings back a color, they tend to be pretty on the money from previous, like, die lot. So, let me show you. Who asked that question? I'm sorry, before it gets... Melanie says, it's I like Strawberry Slush, but how close to Sweet Sorbet? All right, let me just... That's what these lives are for. Thank you for asking. All right. Okay. I will be doing, like I always do, a color comparison between the in colors as they come in and all of the current and retired cardstocks, anything that's close. So I'll be doing this when I get my pre-order of the new in colors. All right, so I think, oh, it's showing pretty well on the, I'm gonna get everything else out of the way so you can really see. Strawberry Slush is pink. It's a dark pink. It's, and Sweet Sorbet is a red. There is a definite difference. They coordinate their color buddies for sure. All right, there we go. On the white background, there's Strawberry Slush, Sweet Sorbet. Does that help? Was anybody interested in that? How do you feel about that? Teresa doesn't like the puffy. They do match quite well, right? They make a nice, they make a nice monochromatic. Okay, then look at what we've got going on here. Hang on, I'm gonna do this anyways because we gotta do it for our project. So this is a new designer paper. Strawberry Slush is in there, right? And this is the tag we're about to use. So I gotta cut it out anyway for our project. Now, if you look at that, we've got Sweet Sorbet, and we've got Strawberry Slush. The lighter one represents Strawberry Slush really well. The darker one, Sweet Sorbet. So I wonder too about the two-tone cardstock. I think we'll then get like a third shade. If you've got Sweet Sorbet left in your collection, Strawberry Slush is coming back. And when we get Strawberry Slush two-tone cardstock, it'll be Strawberry Slush on one side and then a light version of Strawberry Slush on the other side. So you'll have a whole monochromatic rainbow. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things that we talk about and identify in Color Club. We talk about those little monochromatic rainbows that you can pull out of those in colors and current colors together. So this is a really good visual of that. All right, I'm gonna cut this out because we have to do it for our project anyway. Look at your comments. Oh, I hope you guys liked that little exercise. I know that was not planned. I did plan that we were gonna go through the in color or the new products, online exclusive products. We were gonna talk about Strawberry Slush. I'm sure it'll be one of the in colors. They'll have it returning for this 2025, 2027 in colors. As soon as I saw that there, I'm like, Stampin' Up! They love to drip. They love to drip teasers, like little bits of information as teasers, don't they? And so I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to make the project, but I didn't really plan on going to get my binder. But I hope you guys like that. I can do that. I can do that with all the new in colors when I get my pre-order. So we'll compare them to get a good idea of it for real. I hope that we can do them with the product purchase premiere from on stage, get all the in colors, and then I'll do this comparison. Jan says, can't wait for In Color Club. I am so excited to do it again. I really loved In Color Club last year, and we learned to love the in colors right off the bat. The whole point of my In Color Club is to love the in colors right off the bat. Because what happens is we get to be in March and April, and the new catalog's coming in May, but our in colors are on the way out. So Moody Mauve, Boho Blue, Copper Clay, Pebbled Path, and Wild Wheat are all on the way out. And what happens is like, okay, so it's March and April, we're like, I've really grown to love whichever one or two you've really grown to love and can't live without. Pebbled Path and Copper Clay are my favorites. Like I've really grown to love them. But it took me 2 years to grow to love them. I haven't used them as much as I should, would, or could have. I'm starting to embrace them now as they're going out. So our whole point of In Color Club is to get you to know what color buddies the In Colors have in the rest of the 40 color family that you might already have, to get you to know which are the monochromatic ones. How can you use these colors right from the beginning and love them for 2 years while they're available, love them for one catalog cycle, and then love them when new products come with those colors in the online exclusives, and new products come with the new mini catalogs, and embrace them and enjoy them for the whole 2 years that they're available. And Stampin' Up! Is pumping out new products instead of just loving them at the end of 2 years when they're about to retire. And you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do when Pebbled Path is gone. It was the best warm gray neutral. I've really grown to love it. We're working on growing to love the new in colors as fast as possible so we can enjoy every little bit of product and new adventure that Stampin' Up! Throws at us with a color, instead of feeling like just as I'm starting to like it, it's gone. Does anybody else feel like that about In Colors over and over and over again? At retirement time, you're like, I'm just starting to really love Starry Sky, and now it's gone. I'm just starting to really love whichever one it is, Cucumber Crush, and now it's gone, right? Like you get to love one as it's leaving. You've seen it enough. We're trying to shortcut that process in Color Club. So there is a purpose to the In Color Club besides just collecting them all. It's getting to love them, use them, know what products you already have and what colors you already have that work with them, right? It's kind of an intense experience. So if you've been in my In Color Club last year, and you can speak to that experience, please say something for those who might be considering it, because we really do In Color Club with a purpose, not just to sell the product, not just for you to collect the product, but to love the product from the beginning and to love every new release that includes those colors, like Shy Shamrock today, and feel comfortable with it. So you can really enjoy its life cycle at Stampin' Up!, not just miss it when it's gone, you know? All right, so other products that are new today we're using, I did the corrugated, I showed the embellishments, we talked about the dies. I think we're on to things that I'm not using today, but some things that I bought. I just have a few more things. I did not buy everything, even though, like I said, I think that this online exclusive release was more interesting than the catalog. I still tried to constrain myself. Pattern of Friendship. We are using the Pattern of Friendship die in March Card Club. So the Darling Dinos is our March Card Club. You could add this one on to your card club if you wanted to. This die does like a mattress ticking. It cuts this awesome stripe. Love this product. It'll stay. I'm kind of a tool fanatic, so this one will stay in my collection forever. I really, really love this product. You could bundle it with the Pattern of Friendship stamp set. I kind of like the bubble letters. They look like balloon letters. So I got this one as a bundle. Happy birthday. Thanks for being the best. Thinking of you brings a smile to my face. Let's keep in touch. You bring so much joy and laughter to my life, and friends are the family you choose for yourself. So definitely some stamps that speak more than just thanks so much, happy birthday, and hello friend, right? We've got our happy birthday and bubble letters, which is kind of nice, but all of this kind of busts out into a little bit deeper speaking sentiments. So I decided to bundle it up and get both products. Save 10% on both. Painted Stripes background stamp. Love this stamp. I did try to work it into Card Club for Cool People in April, but Card Club took a little bit different turn. So I will work this into, maybe this would be a fun one to work with in Color Club. Somewhere along the line, you'll see some fun use of this Painted Stripes from me. Then the last thing I have is another pack of Designer Series paper. I wasn't sure about this one. I felt like I had to buy it and see it for real. It's like the whole paper sampler thing. I do the paper sampler because I can't tell. Sometimes the paper I love, I end up really not loving when I get it. And sometimes the paper I hate, I end up loving when I really get it. So this is one where I felt like I had to buy it and see it for myself. It's got a big floral on one side, and then the other side is garden green, black or white. Or I shouldn't say black or white, garden green or black and white. The colors, fresh freesia, black and white, garden green. Let's see, this is kind of a pretty one. All right, so there's are the patterns. Let me tell you the other colors that are in there. I won't be doing any guessing. I'll read it right off the back. Basic black, blueberry bushel, crushed curry, garden green, fresh freesia, melon mambo. So I don't know. I still have mixed feelings about this paper, but I have a really cute treat that needs green, and I might be using this paper. I don't want to give too much away, but there's some stuff coming. All right, so that was my haul, and this is our project. Let me see, you guys. I love the flowered paper. I am feeling mixed about it. I like the smaller flower patterns, just because this gets a little bit big for card making. I love the colors. I think I want a smaller scale because I love the multicolor of this one. Cutting these out for your focal would be really gorgeous. I love the green grid. This one's a little bit smaller. I think that's why I tended that one, but I like the multicolor of the previous one. So I have, here it is exactly like word for word for word, what I'm feeling, mixed feelings. I love the size of the floral, but again, you got a green background and a white and yellow flower. I want those multicolors. I want these multicolor patterns in a smaller scale, I think is what I'm up against on this, because I love this colors. It's just kind of big for cards. And I love this combined with that. Look at that. Oh, wait, let me get the green. Stop being distracting because the black and white. Look at that. Isn't that great together? I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this one. Melanie, make something with it and put it in the craft social. If you guys got this one, or if you buy this one this week with the new online exclusives, if you place an order and you get this paper, maybe you just love, love, love it, make something and share in the craft social. You guys have to help me warm up to it. All right, let's see here. I think, oh, Melanie, I love you. Melanie says, I'm ready for a certain baby poop color to take a rest. I've grown to appreciate that one a little bit more with time, Melanie. I know which color you're talking about. We, at first sight, decided around here at Kitchen Table Stamper that we would call that one Wuggly Wheat. So I'm proud to say that in, color diversity and like enjoying a diverse range of colors, I've really kind of taken to it a little bit better. But yeah, we had to grow to love that one. Oh my gosh, you crack me up. All right. Tony says, I'd love Call Me Clover to come back. Right? That was a beautiful, beautiful green. I like that it's a little bit more saturated and a little bit more green than Shy Shamrock too. Shy Shamrock has a little bit of a bluish tinge. It's not quite as primary green as Call Me Clover was. I loved that color. I loved Bumblebee over
crushed curry too. They were very close. And I'm glad that Stampin' Up! Doesn't have both anymore. That's two slots taking up, or one color taking up two slots. But for the nuance of it, I loved Bumblebee. But I don't see Stampin' Up! Replacing crushed curry with Bumblebee anytime soon. I think the demonstrators would have a fit. I'd use the B side of that big flower page, right? Or I wonder if stripping the big flower page, like if you could get if you could make the scale of the paper, like condense it by using a strip, like a wide strip, maybe 5.5 by 2 or something like that, where you still pick up the different colors and textures of the floral. That might work for me. I'll see about playing with it. If you guys play with it, please share your projects in the craft social. Warm me up. I really like the wuggly wheat, right? It's if you kind of like those fall colors, those warm, earthy ones, it's a great color for that palette. And it was a needed color for our palette. There's nothing like it. So let's circle back one more time to crushed curry and Bumblebee. When Bumblebee came in as an in color, I was like, but we already got crushed curry. Bumblebee is the superior warm yellow color, in my opinion, but it was kind of the same color taking up two slots. Where with wild wheat, it's not like there's anything else like it. It came in and it brought a new, fresh, brand new color for us to use. And that is also the great part about the in colors, is you can bring in those new, fresh, brand new colors, and they can be here for a year, and then we can bring in some more new, fresh, brand new colors. And I love in colors. I love colors. Are you gonna miss Wuggly Wheat, Kathy? It's really grown on me, especially that ribbon too. This year's wild wheat stripe ribbon, that one. Oh my goodness, was that in the holiday catalog and now it's on last chance? I think that's how that goes. It's hard for me to keep track of all these releases and where they're at. I love that ribbon. And you can see I really got to love wild wheat a little bit more close to the end of its lifespan too, from the Cake Celebrations card club. It was basic beige and very vanilla and wild wheat and moody mauve and early espresso. It was just a beautiful birthday class. I really loved using wild wheat in there with the stripe ribbon. All right, let's make a box, shall we? I love chit-chatting with you guys. Thanks for hanging with me. Beth says, when going through my Stampin' Up! Stamps, I found one from 1993. Oh my, what, wood mount? Single stamp or stamp set, Beth? That's exciting. You've been at this for a while, haven't you? I think wild wheat looks best with pretty peacock. Yes, Jan, it kind of introduced me, opened me up to that color combination. Look at, it's funny because I have it on my inspiration wall right in front of me. I like to take any cards that I get that I want to give a little bit of special time in the spotlight. You know, everything, if you send me a card, you guys, I don't always share because I don't want to ever make anybody feel like I left them out, you know. But I'll tell you, when I get cards from you guys, I have a board right in front of me where I display my favorites. And then I have a board right over there where I display any ones that I have, like they inspire me and I want to craft something with them. And then I have a board behind me over there that all the new mail goes on, so it gets its time in the spotlight over here to brighten my day. So if you send me cards, I love it and I'm so thankful. And you really do make my day. So just know that I do get them and I love them. But Jan made this one for me. And this is where I was like, oh yeah, these are definitely color friends. These are the wild wheat and pretty peacock are definitely good. Yep, Jan turned me on to that color combination. I love it too. Let's see here. I've got, for my little pie box today, I've got what's the name of this one? Shy Shamrock. Yeah, I had to think really hard about that. Shy Shamrock cardstock. It's 6x9. This is what we're going to do with it. The project sheet will have a picture of the box template. And we are going to start on the 9-inch side and score at 1 1/4. And zip down to 4 1/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/2. We'll rotate once to the right on the 6-inch side, 1 1/4, 4 1/4, and 5 1/2. This one's a super simple little 3x3 by 1 1/4. If you find what fits, I want to know. You guys know that. I've got a little mini apple pie for today, but if you guys find other things that make awesome gifts and fit in this box, I want to know. That's part of the creative process, right? I have my little creative Amazon browses where I take a look at the newest release of product and just kind of browse through the Amazon looking for treats, because this is part of the creative process. When I saw Rusty with all of his apples, I knew I was going straight for what could I find apple treats, what could I do? And I happen to have these little mini pies in my kitchen table stamper pantry. Do you guys see to the right of me? I have 2 big cabinets. They're like 12 by 16 by taller than me. And in those cabinets, I keep all of my little prop things that could work, because sometimes the treats is what inspires me to make the box. That's what inspires me to stamp sometimes. So if you find the perfect fit for this box, and it's a kind of a fun, cool, or like our friend Jan does, she does the picture after she does the box of things from her little stash, her little pantry of what fits. All right, so the 1/2-inch tab is in my right hand. There's a rectangle at the bottom that I'm removing with an angle cut here, because this is our glue tab. I'll go up 1 score line, make another angle cut, and then remove the rectangle and the square. All right, so that's our first cuts. Then this is the top tab of our box here. So we're going to go 2 rectangles and skip to the score line there, cut straight down, remove the score line, and then this is going to tuck in on the top, so we can take a little angle there so it tucks neater. That'll be nice and tidy. And then we're going to go this next score line. We're going to make a little angle on here, and then we're going to cut down 1 more score line, so jump down 1 more score line, and then this is going to be another tuck tag, so we're going to do a little bit of an angle here, and then remove these 2 big rectangles. So just cut the score line off right across the front of the box there. Then we can remove this little piece at a slight angle there for that tuck tab, so it tucks tidier, and then remove this. So that's the top of our box. Pardon me. And then the bottom of our box is the 4 sides, and we're going to do like I usually do. We'll turn the squares kind of up into trapezoids by cutting an angle, and we'll cut straight on the side of the score line for the rectangle. So the big rectangle that's under my thumb here, we'll cut straight to remove this score, but on this square I like to angle it a little bit, so when we tuck these in at the bottom of the box, we get rid of the bulk there at the corner. So another little angle cut and a straight cut to remove the score line. That's our simple little 3x3 by 1 1/4. And I need a corner rounder. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to talk about while I was working on this box is, I don't know, I have a hard time with this subject, so please take my heart on this. We have some brand new online exclusives, so if you haven't had a chance to jump in and shop, take a look. But while you're there, please consider your cardstock needs. Add some cardstock onto your orders over the next couple of months. Look at what colors you use a lot. Look at what colors are retiring. Get those guys first because of, they'll be gone. But
the colors that you use over and over again, you're going to want to think about and strategically place your orders, maybe starting now with these online exclusives, because Stampin' Up! Has announced a increase in cardstock cost. So cardstock is currently $11.50 per pack, 24 sheets for color cardstocks. It's going up to $14 with the new catalog. That's a 22% increase. And this is a hard one for me because I don't want to be like the used car salesman or hurry, hurry, hurry. It's really, I want to walk that line, but I am personally placing my orders carefully, strategically, and with an eye to the future. I'm analyzing what colors I use all the time. 22% increase in cardstock is not something to be winked at, okay? And so please do the same. The white cardstock and vanilla cardstock are also going up from $13 to $14 a pack, but instead of being a quantity of 40, they will be a quantity of 24. So that's 16 less sheets for $1 more per pack. That's a 79% increase in price. So if you love Stampin' Up! Cardstock, our core colors are, I mean, look at them. The core colors, there are colors that have been around forever. When you love the colors, you love the colors. So think about it, plan it strategically, budget to stock your cardstock if you can over the next couple of months. All right. So the other thing that means is that Card Club for Cool People price will go up. We're going to try to hold it off until June. But Card Club for Cool People price will increase. 79% increase on white and vanilla cardstock and 22% increase on colored cardstocks after having a $2.50 per pack increase last year too that we absorbed. It's not sustainable not to raise our price. So just be prepared for that. I'm sorry it's bad news, and I don't mean to, this is a delicate place for me where I don't mean to have bad news and like hurry and buy. But the fact of the matter is this is what Stampin' Up! Is doing. This is how I'm handling it. I'm planning ahead for card clubs. I'm gonna sustain I already completely absorbed the last cardstock increase, which was also dollars per pack. Okay. I can't absorb this one entirely. And I am looking at what do I do for thank you cards. You might look at what do you craft for? Do you have an upcoming event? Are you doing favors? Are you doing invitations? Of course, look through the holidays over the next couple of years. Every year Halloween comes around. Every year Thanksgiving comes around. Every year Christmas comes around. Every year Valentine's and Easter comes around. What colors do you use over and over and over again for those? So maybe over the next couple of months, you think about which colors and step by step build your inflation-proof inventory of cardstock for a little while, okay? I hope that was a hard one. I didn't even want to broach the subject, but I feel like I owe that to you. It'll be going out to email subscribers and it'll be posted in the blog pretty soon, because the sooner you know about it and you can plan for it, the better you can inflation-proof your craft, right? I'm trying to inflation-proof my card club as long as I can. I've already spent from May of last year when we had a big increase in cardstock. I've inflation-proofed you guys through it by leveraging my benefits and my discounts, but I can't do it too much longer, but I can push it off a little bit with good planning in March and April
And so if that's what I'm doing for myself, I want to give you the heads up to do that good planning for yourself too. So when you're checking out the online exclusives, keep in mind cardstock prices are going up, and you might want to place a couple of orders budgeted through for the next 6 weeks or whatever we have left, okay? What do you guys feel about that? That was hard for me to talk about because it's a sucky subject. I wasn't happy to hear it. I'm sure that you guys aren't necessarily happy to hear it either. I want to let you know about these papers, right? I did the designer series paper, and you guys can get the free printable resource this afternoon off of the blog. The designer series paper is 2 7/8 inch square and 1 1/8 by 2 7/8. Okay, so you need 2 of each. And yeah, no need to ever scramble for things. When you see me present something either live or on YouTube, you could always go back to the blog and grab the resource. We love to make that for you, and it's entirely free. All right, let's mark center on here, punch a thumb notch with a 1/2 inch circle punch, and I'll give you guys a minute to get your comments in about how you're feeling about cardstock and what your thoughts are about what I shared. I'm sorry that it isn't the best. It wasn't the best news. I was a little shocked about it myself when we got the message. I'm gonna just mark because I can't see center. Punch a little thumb notch. Makes it a little bit easier to open and close this box. Remember, you got a 1/2 inch tab here, so you don't want to do too deep on your thumb notch. You don't want to see the edge of that when it's closed. Tony says, in all honesty, everything is going up, and when it comes to Stampin' Up! Cardstock, I refuse to buy any other cardstock now, as Stampin' Up! In my eyes has the best. Years ago, I didn't care much about cardstock as I do now. I have very similar feelings like that. I would use all kinds of different cardstock, but I also wasn't in the Stampin' Up! Loop of color coordination. I used to buy some very nice quality cardstocks. I would buy some Cougar cardstocks. I used to buy them in 250 packs, so I was getting good, very good quality cardstock, but in very limited colors. I still used very quality cardstock, but Stampin' Up! Has that best quality, and in 50 colors at a time, 50 gorgeous colors, like specialty. So I will never not use Stampin' Up! Cardstock, but I'm definitely taking advantage of this time while the cardstock price is before the cardstock price goes up 22%. Or 79%, you guys, for white and vanilla. So before that increase, I'm taking some time to budget and have. I don't want it to hit my card club quite right away, and I don't want it to hit things like my thank you cards and stuff right away either. I want to have a little bit of, I want to ease that pain, and you can over these next 6 weeks if you've got the heads up to do it, right? I'm going to, you saw I just did the glue on the skinny tab, and I'm going to close this so that the seams all go to the same side down the back of the box. So we want to go back to front and then front to back, which brings this seam to the back of our box. And then I'm going to put some tear and tape adhesive and close it up. Where did I put that tear and tape? I just had it in my hand. Oh, here we go. Oh, Violet brought me coffee. Are they bringing back vanilla envelopes? Melanie, that is the question of the hour. If anybody has any inside scoop on that or has seen anything that I missed, I would love to know. We will all, as we attend on stage and get a copy of the catalog, that information will definitely come out soon. If I missed it though somewhere and somebody knows, I want to know. So pipe up, or if you're watching this on a replay later, message me, because if that information is out there and I missed it, it is definitely something I want to know. I love Very Vanilla, but I will not use Very Vanilla on cards if I don't have a Very Vanilla envelope. I'm too persnickety.
everybody can do what they want to do. I'll do Marisa, you guys do you, that's good. But if I use Very Vanilla on a card, I want a Very Vanilla envelope. So whether I stack up Very Vanilla or I don't kind of depends on that information. So I will do this. If anybody knows, pipe up, send me an email if you're watching on the replay. I will be getting a catalog when I'm at On Stage, and I will post about it if I see that Very Vanilla envelopes are back. I was thinking maybe in a different configuration, or now that they're experimenting with using some different mills and stuff, maybe it was just a matter of getting a new product, and that's why it was clearanced out an old product, an old configuration, and maybe the new mill will be providing new vanilla envelope. I don't know, but if I find that in the new catalog, I will post about it, because it's the like $1 million question for me right now. All right, so there's our box. This is what we're making if you're just joining us while we talk about cardstock. You guys saw that I cut this one right out of the paper. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just lay it on top of some Shy Shamrock. Now this tag is clearly hand drawn. Each one of the tags on that sheet that I cut this out of is very different. It's not symmetrical. It's very, how do we say, rustic. So I'm just cutting around it. You could trace it with a pencil if you want to, and then cut out the pencil line and erase the pencil lines. But I find it just as easy to just hold it onto the Shy Shamrock and then cut a matching tag this way, just like that. So see, now I've got one that's Shy Shamrock to matte. And I need this little piece of Shy Shamrock to die cut. Let's see here. What else are you guys saying? They're talking about losing thick basic white 8.5 by 11. That is true. They announced it to demonstrators earlier this week. There will not be any 8.5 by 11 thick basic white or Very Vanilla has been gone and it's not coming back. They're only going to have thick and 12 by 12, which is great for scrapbooking, but it's not the most economical for card making, right? So thick white, thick vanilla, and 12 by 12 only. Tony says that 8.5 by 11 thick is out of stock until about March 24th. So they are restocking it before it's gone. So that's good to know. I was wondering how they would do that, as they've got prices going up and people buying probably more than usual or more than expected. And if a color or an item goes out, are they going to bring it back? And like the white cardstock, are they going to bring back 40 count packs until the new catalog launch when they switch to 24 packs? I don't know, but it's encouraging that the thick white is out, but it should come back the week of March 24th, according to our inventory status report. So that's encouraging. Maybe they'll keep trying to restock these colors that might sell out in the interim too, so that we can enjoy the lower price before the increase. Let's see here. I'm with you on the Very Vanilla. Dina, you are with me. Like, you don't want to put Very Vanilla on your card if you don't have a Very Vanilla envelope. I thought that I was just kind of picky or persnickety or just so. I'm more open now to using vanilla and white together in a project. Do you know what I mean? Like before, it was like one or the other. One or the other. They do not mix. And if I used both vanilla and white, which I'm more open to these days, then a white envelope is fine. But if I just use Very Vanilla cardstock, I want a Very Vanilla envelope. You guys pipe up on that subject too. Do you guys feel the same way about that? There's the mini corrugated embossing folder. It's a new one. If you guys remember the corrugated one from the past, it was a lot bigger corrugation, and it was so deep on the high points of the corrugated, it would crack the cardstock. So I had to spritz the old corrugated one. I'd spritz the cardstock before I ran the paper through the old corrugated one, because it would actually tear it. Like on the corrugated, like at the top,
ridge of the corrugated, sometimes I'd pull the item out of the folder and it would be in 2 pieces if I didn't spritz it first. So the old corrugated folder is coming out of my collection. This one's staying in. I love embossing folders and tools and dies. So some things stay permanently. This one I think will. I really love this folder. All right, now I've got my corrugated. Let's do a little bit of die cutting. What do I have here? First I have 1 and 2 and 3. Then I have, well, let's get a smaller piece of Shy Shamrock. In fact, let's use that. That's the cutoff from our box. We're just gonna do a little key. We got some crushed curry, a little basic white, and these dies from the, what is this, Tags to Go? Did I get it right? Yeah, Tags to Go. Got a lock and a key, and we've got a tag. I love paper embellishments, you guys. You know, you'll see me use them all the time. Butterflies, hearts, stars, leaves, flowers, like all the little die cut or punch things that you can use your scraps and then add them to a project for a little extra pop of color, a little extra texture, a little extra interest. I call those the paper embellishments. You make paper embellishments out of scraps you would have otherwise thrown away, like the tabs we just cut off the box, right? This is so exciting to me. Now I've got locks and keys and new tags to play with, all from one die set. So all these little fun paper embellishments. You'll see these again somewhere. Don't you worry. I will be adding some fun paper embellishments, locks and keys and tags and fun all over stuff. Is that not just the cutest? All right, run, don't walk. Grab the Tags to Go dies and maybe some of your favorite color cardstocks too while you're there. Get them while they're 22% less. All right, let's see. Of course, I've got an ad over my comments. Love that. Can't wait for this set and embossing folder to get here. You got the Tags to Go dies, Dina? Or this set, like the Rusty stamp set? Which one? Which set? This one, right? This is so good. All right, so we're gonna use our Resourceful Rusty now. It's rubber, so I'm gonna get my white cardstock, no Stampin' Pierce matte for my rubber stamp set. I'm pretty good without that. Need Memento Tuxedo Black. We'll do some stamping. Let's see here. I have a stash of very vanilla envelopes. It's not large, but I still have them. Teresa, do you know what I ordered? And I wish I would have done more. I thought it was crazy at the time. I ordered like 46 packages or something like that when they were on the clearance rack. I'm glad I did, because it turned out that Stampin' Up! Holiday catalog release designer series paper had a ton of papers that vanilla was the obvious choice, right? So I was able to easily do my card club true to myself. And when I use vanilla on cards, I could give my card club vanilla envelopes, which was so good, because I'm just, I think I like the first one better. I'm just very, I don't know, I'm just very just so about that. So it was really nice to have that. But I thought that it was going to be like a long-term stash. Like I'd have envelopes forever. They're 40 packs and I ordered like almost 50 packs of envelopes. And no, we've used them all up already. I have less than 1 pack left. It was crazy, crazy how fast they went. Just when I thought I didn't need them, or I wouldn't need them, or it would last me for a long time, we had just a ton of projects, a ton of Stampin' Stacks, ton of designer series paper that totally worked with vanilla. So my stash is gone. I need a stash. I hope they're bringing it back. The demonstrators, if you haven't seen it in the demonstrator planning place, they did do some question and answers about, and they're working with a new mill. And, you know, Stampin' Up! Stuff is very specialty, very quality, dyed all the way through to our color specifications, not like, here's your, office supply pink or your office supply yellow color cardstocks. You know what I mean? They're very, very custom. And so they're working with a new mill. They're trying to deal with that.
And so I'm hoping what happened was there's just like a downtime in the product. They needed a new configuration for very vanilla envelopes, and hopefully we'll have a new offering of them in the next catalog, because I think they're kind of necessary. All right, let me show you what I got here for Rusty. I mentioned earlier that I went and dug deep into my Retired to get Sweet Sorbet so I could see how Sweet Sorbet works with Strawberry Slush, which is the color in the new paper pack. So these are Sweet Sorbet. I've got Shy Shamrock, Pumpkin Pie, and a color lifter. And I'm going to do Rusty. These colors I picked right out from the designer paper. That's why Rusty's going to be Pumpkin Pie, because that's what colors in the paper. And I'm going to color Rusty. I'm going to do his ears and face, and then I'm going to come down in past the belly, the cheeks a little bit. I'm going to make solid his legs and arm. I want to get his other little arm in over here, not the apple. And then I'm going to go up the tail. And when I get to the top, I'm just going to kind of make a ragged edge and fill. Then I'm going to take my dark pumpkin pie, and I'm going to go kind of under the arm and down the leg, bottom of the tail, and then flick. And then in those areas, I'm going to quickly just scribble over the dark and blend to the light. Just a little bit of blending here. I'm going to go across the top of his head, on his ear, underneath this arm, and kind of define the leg there, and then mix the dark and light together. Feel pretty good about that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a color lifter, and where the areas are orange touching white, I'll fade those together with the color lifter so the orange blends into the white a little bit. Okay, then I'll go back and do just a little bit more here and here where I missed to blend it. And that's it. Just kind of a simple little on the edge where the orange and the white mix or meet. I'll add a little bit more white so it's a softer transition. And when it dries up, I kind of like the way he looks. Pretty simple, but we got some good depth there, right? Then for the apple, we'll do Sweet Sorbet. You guys, Lisa says I still have my crank corrugator. I do too. Don't tell. I'm never giving that up. I love tools. I love tools. Yep. Use that crank corrugator. Don't give it up. I've thought about bringing it out of retirement because you can still get that crank corrugator on Amazon. And it is a nice little element to have on a project. So I've thought about bringing mine out. Tina says, yes, the one with the locks. Yeah, did you get the bundle or just the die set? I did get the bundle on that, but I thought twice. I made a conscious decision to get the bundle. I'm going to challenge myself to use the stamps. So if you got the bundle and you use the stamps, I want to see what you make. I need inspiration. The sentiments are pretty good for the season that we're going into, though. You got the bundle? Yeah. Teresa still has her crank corrugator. Jen says it's snowing. I know. I'm ready for the end of the snow. I'm looking at it coming down. We're supposed to even get a little accumulation. At least that's what my weather app said. I said it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to do a haul video and a craft, so I'll just be inside with my friends this morning. Most of the day we're going to be inside and crafting. I hope you guys are ready for it. Did you guys plan for a snow day crafting with me? Someone gave a hand thing, but I passed. I didn't want to store it. It's a little bit, yeah, I have a drawer, and it's found its home in there, but, yeah, it's much easier to store the mini corrugated 3D embossing folder. That's for sure. That's a very valid point. Dana says, I feel I need everything. Dana, you're among your people. I feel I need everything too. I've been trying. Okay, so in light of a couple of things, so I'm a silver demonstrator, not silver elite anymore. So that did change the amount of credit, CSV credit, title credit that I get with Stampin' Up. And with the host rewards changing to Stampin' rewards for every order, and 10% being the top level of rewards you can earn. And with prices increasing, I try to have some restraint. But the problem is, if I'm being honest, I've made my hobby that I love best, my happy place in my therapy, the craft that makes me so happy is also my job, and there is kind of a tension there, like got to walk that line. So I feel the sentiment. I need all the things too, just all the things that when there's a new catalog, and I'm particularly excited about it, when it's overall a really good catalog, you'll often hear me say, just, I need one of those like bank shoots, the shoot that you send the stuff to the teller, and then the teller sends your stuff back to you, like one of those shoots. I need to set up one of those shoots with Stampin' Up so that it can just send me all the things. They can just put it in the chute and send it to me instantly. Yeah, punches are hard to store, but you won't see me turn one down. I love punches. I love punches. I have a problem with punches. Oftentimes, that's what I love best in new releases. Show me the punch bundles. Show me the punch bundles. But they're very hard to mail. Sometimes I will feature a punch bundle in Card Club for Cool People, and every month my Card Club people get the opportunity to add the bundle, so it comes right in the packet with their Card Club kit, right? And that is always more of an expense on the business when we have to add those into the packets. But we do it because we want you to get your bundle right with your card kit and open it up and craft. But they are storing is one thing, mailing, try to mail punches. We're going to do a BOGO. You guys, we've got one planned for later this month. And we'll be, of course, having punches and punch bundles. And those are always a little extra special for postage too. They're hard to store. They're kind of heavy. Look out for more information. We're going to do a BOGO, spring cleaning sample auction. If you haven't seen our last spring cleaning sample auction, you can check it out. It's still on YouTube Facebook until Facebook takes it down because it's more than 30 days old. I think it's 2 years. I think we did it December of 2022. We're going to do a sample auction. The samples have piled up again. And so it's time for a spring cleaning sample auction. But both of those will be at the end of the month. Yeah, I'm looking forward to all the punches that I'll be mailing out. They're very expensive to mail because they're so heavy. Cynthia says shoots would be awesome, right? We need to set it up like at the bank. All right, so I glued my tag from the On the Go Designer Series paper to the corrugated mat that we made and then punched through the whole thing. Now we're going to get some of this new 1/4-inch white ribbon and we'll tie a bow. Oh, clearly I love this ribbon. You guys, look at that. I hit my order limit and I hit Jan's order limit. And this is all there is left. No, there's a new spool that I got in a recent order. But I love this one. I like the texture of it and that it's kind of narrow. We need more narrow ribbons. I like narrow ribbons for paper crafting. We've had a lot of 3/8 and above in the recent offers, so it's nice to see a 1/4-inch one. The 1/8 inch, the Daffodil Delight 1/8 of an inch one, that was a nice one to have too. All right, so we're going to tie our bow up at the top and then trim off the excess. Let's see here. Hi, Marisa from the Netherlands. Hey, Janie, I'm glad you're here. What time is it there? I don't know. Germany is 7 hours ahead, right? Philippines is 14 hours ahead, I think. I don't know where Netherlands falls in that. I know that I live in the past, though, compared to the rest of the world. I'm glad you're here. Cynthia says, hello, I'm curious, where are you? I don't have snow and it's 72 degrees. Too hot for me. I want your weather. I am just northwest of Chicago. I'm not far from O'Hare Airport. We're in suburbs just outside of Chicago. If you knew horse racing at all, Arlington Park, the International Race Course, is my backyard. Now there's rumors that it may or may not be the new Chicago Bears stadium, but I'm just outside of Chicago. Mimi said vacuum tube, right? Do you need one too, Mimi? It was kind of my idea, but everybody's welcome to request one. You know, there's a suggestion box on the Stampin' Up website. So I think we should all suggest vacuum tubes like the bank tellers have for our new orders, right? Oh, goodness. I wonder what that would do for shipping costs. The initial investment would be pretty hefty, I think. And would that go over the air or under the ground? I don't know. But I want one. I think I should have one. And it should shoot right in this window over here. Right in this window with a vacuum tube, and my boxes should just fall right in on the ground there where I can have them immediately. Oh. All right, let's see here. We're almost done, you guys. Let's get our box over here. Find the front. It's got the little thumb notch. And we've got a little trick that I want to show you with the twine now. We're done with the markers. We can move those aside. It's really windy too. Is it? Jan, I haven't been out to know that it's windy. Violet went and took Gideon to school for me this morning, and then she disappeared for like 2 hours. I was a little concerned, but she brought me an early lunch, so I'm happy about that. This is Shy Shamrock, Strawberry Slush, Azure Afternoon. We're going to use the pink and the green. And we've got our little You Can Do It tag. I'm going to grab my handy dandy fine point glue, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue here, right? So just on the edge of the lock, and then I'm going to add the lock, like a little paper embellishment, to the tag, but I'm making sure that I don't block that hole on the tag. See? So the edge of the lock goes around the hole of the tag, and then we're going to take the little key and put a bit of adhesive just right at the base of the loop. Okay, and then we're going to put that so that we don't block the hole in the tag. So we've decorated up the tag with the lock and the key, but it's still fully functional. We didn't block the hole in the tag. Now we're going to take some Shy Shamrock, some Strawberry Slush twine. This, I was kind of hoping it was like a linen thread. It's not like a linen thread. It's like a baker's twine. So it's a little bit more of a yarn than like a natural fiber. So it's like your baker's twines, but without the stripe. And I'm going to grab my handy dandy flosser. So this is going to help your process here. All right, so we got that all threaded. Set that aside for just a second. I'm going to grab a little piece of dimensional here. I'm going to put that so it doesn't get in the way of our tag, the hole in our tag. And then I'm going to line up that hole that we conserved right with the hole on the tag that we punched. So I think you can see that all those holes line up, right? Now we'll take the floss threader. Let's give ourselves a little bit of slack here off of these. We've got the 2 different twines through the loop on the flosser. We'll go front to back and pull those 2 through. Easy lickety split, right? Now we're going to tie a thread knot here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these away from the spools. Slide that all aside. And then I got the 4. It's 2 colors, 2 ends, so it's 4 pieces, and I'm going to wrap it around my finger to make a little loop. So you see, I got a loop, and I got the ends, they're right here. I'm going to take the ends, put the ends in the loop on the floss threader, and then I'm going to put the end of the floss threader through, because it's kind of long, I'm going to put the end of the floss threader through the loop. And then I'm going to put the ends of, I'm trying to keep my hands out of the way so you can see them, put the ends of the twine through the loop. So now, then when I pull this little guy right here, if I put it over the top right like I was supposed to, I did, look. It's pulling the whole thing through. All 4 of those little loop ends are still all nice and together. All 4 of the little loose ends are all nice and together. And this little flosser just did its magic. And just pull all these little guys through. All right, so now we've got them all tied up in a little thread knot, and we can cut off the excess. And there's not a lot of waste now either, because the little flosser could help you get those ends all through without a whole lot of extra. So now you got all those beautiful colors and textures, just a gorgeous little tag. And all we have left is to add our tag and Rusty with some dimensionals. That's it, you guys. We did it. We did a whole haul video. We talked about the cardstock increase, and I didn't want to talk about it, but I think you guys should know. And we looked at other new products. We made a cute pie box. Teresa says, what a great tip. I'm glad you like that one. If you check out today's YouTube video, I did this same project with a YouTube video. So no chit chat, no nothing, just make the project, right? I always do that because I know Nancy always says the live is for the chit chat, and the YouTube video, the pre-recorded YouTube video, is for when you sit down and you're ready to craft, right? So I always try to give one where we're just crafting. We're just getting the craft made in all business, right? So on the all business video, I was like, you know what? Let me try this and see if this works. And then I'm like, yes, it worked. Live action discovery at kitchen table stamper. So I'd never used it to do a thread knot before, but I was having trouble keeping all 4 tails, all 4 ends, like all 4 strands straight. So I just put them through the end of the loop and pulled, and there it was. The flosser kept them all straight for me. It was so perfect. So I had a live action discovery in that video. It was kind of fun. All right, I'm just putting way too much dimensionals on Rusty here. I don't know why. Didn't even really do it on purpose. I use a lot of adhesive, but not usually quite that much. That's one of those worky-talky things. Our envelopes, are they A2A or something else? Our envelopes are A2. You can also use a 5-bar envelope. The difference between A2 and 5-bar is the flap, the shape of the flap, not the size of the envelope. So you could also use a 5-bar envelope. Jess says you have great tips. Thank you, my friend. Love the flossers. Found them at the Dollar Tree. Good. Sandy, that's a good tip. I always link them on Amazon because I was having trouble finding them in stores. So I went on Amazon and I tried to find them. And I could not find them on Amazon either because I was searching flosser. That's what I was searching. Flosser. Dental flosser. I didn't have floss threaders as my search terms, and then couldn't find it. So when I found on Amazon, I put it in every video that I use them, because if you search flosser or dental flosser or something else, you get nothing. It's not until you do floss threader that you actually, sometimes the search terms on Amazon make me crazy. Don't even get me started. Like, I was trying to find the mini paddle. This guy, if you saw yesterday's video, you know what I mean. This guy is a mini air hockey paddle. And I wanted a black mini air hockey paddle, like the one Jan gave me, right? I didn't want red one or blue one. I didn't want black ones with green felt. I didn't want the regular size ones, right? I wanted black mini. You should have seen what it took to finally find black mini air hockey paddles on Amazon. So sometimes their search terms bug me. We talked about prices going up and colors retiring and how I don't like search terms on Amazon. Today's been quite the live. You guys, it's been fun hanging out with you. I hope that you had fun crafting with me today. I was really happy to share the new products that I love. This is the last one for the day. These are Starburst sequins. They're fresh freesia, crushed curry, and white. And there it is. You see the radiating design in it. I think the yellow ones look like pineapple slices. 2 sizes, 3 colors, 180 pieces, super slim. There's sequins, so they'll mail nicely. Love this embellishment. This is a good one. I'd love to see this in more colors. Stamp It Out. I would love to see this in more colors. So I'm going to use a big one and a little one. And add a little sparkle, catch that yellow triangle there between the lock and the sequins. And that, oh, hold on. You know, I never met a dingle that I didn't want to move. I'll move that over a little bit. There we go. Now I'm happy with it. There it is, you guys. You can do it. Check out the online exclusives. I'm very excited about this one. There's a YouTube video where we made another one of these guys. I'll post that in just a little bit. So if you want to just go back and do without all the chit chat, just the project, your wish is my command. I'll post it soon. We'll also have the printable project sheet for you on the blog this afternoon. You can go grab that resource with all the measurements and the supply list, especially since there's so many new supplies helping you identify them. We want to do that for you. Yeah, that's kitchentablestamper.com. Right now in the description, it says project details coming soon. We'll replace that with a link as soon as we publish the blog. If you've got any questions about anything, if I can help you place an order for the online exclusives or help you plan and place orders for retiring in colors, cardstock as before the price goes up. The other thing too to consider is host rewards are now 10% all the way up to 16%, depending on how much your order is. And so you can, at this time, leverage that and get those bigger host rewards than there will be Stampin' Rewards. April 15th, we go to the new Stampin' Rewards program. And even if you spend $2,580, you still only get 10%. Where with the host reward schedule, you can get up to 16%, and at $450 or more, you get a half price item, anything of your choice. So as you're looking at in colors, do you need in color cardstock, re-inkers, markers, accessories with the retiring colors? As you're checking your cardstock stash and deciding what colors you use most and want to stock up, and as you check out the new online exclusive product release, think about and plan strategically your orders here over the next several weeks and take the best advantage that you can. And inflation proof for yourself. And if you need some help with an order, just reach out. I'm happy to help you with that. Let's see here. Don't forget the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social Challenge. We've got a cute little box making challenge there. We want to see what you make with your Stampin' Up! Supplies in our second to newest box template, which is our toadstools. People Stampin' Up! Orders. One thing I want to tell you is our whimsy workshop for March is running a little bit late. Angie and I do it together, and she is verklempt, you guys. She's not feeling awesome, and my assistant's on maternity leave. So we're finishing up the March whimsy workshop. I'll tell you that any order you place with me, Stampin' Up, Marisa Alvarez at StampinUp.net, any Stampin' Up order qualifies for the Whimsy Workshop. And it's really, really good this month, featuring the Wild Floral Birthday Designer Series paper. We've got a great new box template for you and card doodle. Usually we send those, if you place an order on Friday afternoon, we send anybody who ordered during the week their Whimsy Workshop. So some of you might be waiting for your Whimsy Workshop if you're in the routine. Those will be going out next week when my assistant comes back. So just know that we'll get back to that Friday routine pretty soon, but I still have some pictures to edit for this Whimsy Workshop. So it's not quite there yet. And I don't know. I think Angie's still got a set of directions to write. So it's almost there. Projects are done. It's beautiful. You won't regret it. Any size Stampin' Up order gets the Whimsy Workshop. But I want to let those of you who are in the routine of getting them regularly, it's a little bit late this month, but we will have it. And if you don't have an order from me, you can always purchase the Whimsy Workshop. So that will be available to purchase next week in the store. If you don't know what the Whimsy Workshop is at all, I can show you January and February. January and February Whimsy Workshop it's 2 cards in 2 boxes. We give you a card sketch and a treat box template. They're exclusive. We don't share them anywhere else. And then we choose a Designer Series paper pack to use. So we use the same Designer Series paper pack. We use the same card doodle. That's what we call our card sketches. And we use the same twinkle treat. That's what we call our treat boxes. And so we take those 3 things that are the same, and then we each make card and a box using those 3 things. So it's kind of like a reverse taboo. Those of you in the craft social, you know how you have the taboo and there's 3 things you can't use. The Whimsy Workshop, Angie and I both have 3 things that we both use. Same Designer Series paper, same card doodle, same twinkle treat, and then we give you 2 different sets. So like this was January. We did the treat box and the card sketch. And then February, or no, this was January. The January we did the same Toadstool Gardens Designer Series paper, the same treat box, the same card sketch, but you get kind of 2 different groups, and then you get the resources inside of the tutorial. So you get a PDF tutorial, looks like this, and then inside that you get the resources, and there's collectible sketches and treat boxes. And so we're still on for March. We're just running a little bit late. Any purchases made in March at Marisa Alvarez at StampinUp.net, orders of any size get the Whimsy Workshop, and usually we send them out on Fridays. So we'll send them out each Friday. This month, we're going to be a little late. All right, you guys, love the colors of the twine, says Cynthia, right? I was really looking forward to that product. I love the different textures. When you pile it up with the ribbon there, you get some great texture. Love this. Thanks for sharing. Fun as always. Thank you, Tony. I'm glad you're here. I can't wait to see what you do with the box. Share. Make sure you share. And then let's see what else do I want. Everybody says so cute, super cute, and love the box. I'm glad you love it. Do I have a new Whimsy? I do. I have a new Whimsy Workshop. I'll do this since we're still working on the PDF. I'll show you. Okay. So the box for the new Whimsy is definitely, compared to, it's a bigger box. All right. And it's we featured the Wildflower Birthday Designer Series paper. There's a new, that's all I can give you. And it will be available for purchase next week or for anybody who orders in the month of March. We'll just be not sending them out until next week. All right. Does that answer your question? Give you a little sneak peek. Let's see here. I got the envelopes question. Love the box. Thank you, Jan. All right, you guys, I hope that you've got some crafty time maybe this weekend. If you do, share with us what you make with your Stampin' Up! Supplies. We want to see you in the craft social. And if you've got any questions, reach out, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. I will not see you next week. Usually this is when I would tell you what my live schedule is like. I will not see you next week. I will be at Onstage, but don't worry. I have a couple of little surprises planned for the blog and my social media followers. So keep an eye, and I will update you things as I get the new catalog and find out. All right, you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you in 2 weeks.